This season for the New York Knicks has officially reached rock bottom, and things are looking bleak. They'll get it together soon and just need more time to connect, they say, despite being a few games out of the playoffs. However, it has gotten to the point where it feels like it's about a lot more than just player connection and patience. So why have the New York Knicks been plagued with issue after issue? Stick around to find out everything you need to know about the New York Knicks and what has been going down.
But first, a reminder about our brand new giveaway. We're giving away a PS5 with a copy of NBA 2K22 and Madden 22. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.
So what is going on with the New York Knicks? The Knicks are currently in a situation that is eerily similar to their situation 40 years ago, a year after overachieving with a respected coach at the helm, losing games and looking for answers. Does this ring a bell? An old, well-respected and obstinate coach in charge of an average-at-best New York Knicks team. Every 40 years, it appears that the New York Knicks history repeats itself. After New York's fourth straight loss on Christmas Eve 1981, Michael Ray Richardson famously declared, "The ship be sinking." 40 years later, the Knicks are collapsing once more, telling everyone that the ship be sinking once more. So what exactly is going on, and why do the New York Knicks have a big problem on their hands? Well, blame has been slung all around, and rightfully so. Throughout the season, the New York Knicks have had a number of key players go through bad patches. Julius Randle's play, which has spilt over into public displeasure and dubious leadership, has gotten the most attention. Tom Thibodeau and the Knicks front management are at odds. Many of us predicted the Knicks would finish lower than fourth this season, but I'm not sure anyone predicted the team would lose its identity, culture, and brand of basketball from the previous season. Let's start with a look at some hints as why Thibs and senior management might be at odds. The NYC Knicks are a team with well-documented issues in the 21st century. The purpose of hiring Tom Thibodeau, it appears, was to bring in an established coach with their own brand of basketball and culture. In the first year, it functioned perfectly. Nobody understood what to make of the roster at first, but it swiftly morphed into a Tom Thibodeau team, tough and physically demanding. Thibs and his staff wrung a lot of value out of that 2020-2021 roster, but the playoffs arrived and the New York Knicks were outclassed. Next, poor shooting. The Knicks are now rated 24th in points per possession this season, struggling to get out to a fast start and battling back from large second-half deficits. You can point to a variety of different things impacting the team's success at this point in the season, whether it's bad offensive management or a lack of chemistry. More shot makers are needed by the Knicks, and that was certain. In that playoff series, Julius Randle and Derrick Rose were the only players capable of creating their own shots, and the plan was simple: add more offensive talent while keeping the defense the same, since it's a Tom Thibodeau club. This appears to be where the disconnect really begins. Tom Thibodeau wanted to bring Reggie Bullock back and lobbied hard for his return, but the front office opposed him. Despite the fact that the top decision makers remain the same, we know the Knicks bolstered their analytics crew even more in the offseason. However, after watching this Knicks squad play in every game this season, it appears that shot selection is even more important, and a lot of the time, it's to an unhealthy degree. Last season, New York shooters had faster triggers, and it was working. Players appear to be passing up wide open catch and shoot and taking extra dribbles in quest of other chances for whatever reason. The Knicks' three-point attempts have increased, and even in today's NBA, a Tom Thibodeau team should be more aggressive getting to the rim, with three-pointers coming as a result of rim penetration rather than being forced. Bringing in Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker made sense at the time, but now, in hindsight, it probably wasn't the correct decision, as their addition hasn't seemed to help the Knicks in any way. Up next, weak defense. Again, this is all in hindsight, but the New York Knicks playoff series with the Atlanta Hawks wasn't only about shot creation. The Hawks' offense was too much for the Knicks' defense to handle, as they had 4 to 5 perimeter players capable of creating off the dribble, and the Knicks weren't athletic enough to keep up. Perhaps bringing in better offensive guys with some size and physicality would have been a better strategy, guys who were more akin to Tom Thibodeau's basketball style. With the New York Knicks last season, the roles were determined. There was chemistry among the players. The overall tone of the game would be set by the starting lineup. They were large, strong, physical players that rubbed you the wrong way. It was a slow offense, and at times it was to the point of being obnoxious. Despite the faults in last season's starting lineup, everyone knew their duties and what was expected of them. It's important to feel at ease. Now, we couldn't even tell you anything about the responsibilities on this current Knicks squad. It's all a bit jumbled, and you can see it in the on-court performance. Every single player, it appears, has suffered a string of bad luck. It's painfully clear that this team does not have the same identity as last season. Knowing your job, your spots, and your responsibilities as a basketball player at any level is critical to finding your rhythm during the season. That lack of rhythm appears to have resulted in the squad being extremely uneven, and I'm not sure if you can correct that in the middle of the season. It's all a jumble of confusion, disarray, and uncertainty. Next up, NBA Pro analyst Stephen Smith gives an iconic rant on New York Knicks. Going into the All-Star break, the New York Knicks are in serious trouble. What might have been a terrific triumph heading into the break, a win over the crosstown rival Brooklyn Nets, turned into a 28-point loss to the Nets without James Harden. This is the team's third squandered lead in less than a month, which isn't a recipe for long-term success. Right now, there's a lot of blaming and finger-pointing going on, and a lot of it is directed at coach Tom Thibodeau for his rotations and emphasis on veterans over younger players. The players are also facing criticism, and several have taken to social media to defend their actions. Following the team's collapse against Brooklyn, one famous NBA expert had enough of the Knicks and went off on them. On the set of NBA Countdown, ESPN's Stephen A. Smith, a die-hard Knicks fan, went on another of his famous rants, this time simply screaming against the franchise. Smith is known for his rants over many teams, including the Knicks and the Cowboys, but this one could be his greatest. "Ladies and gentlemen, the New York Knicks are a national embarrassment," he continued. "They're dreadful. We've heard that the New York Knicks as a team aren't too fond of him these days. Thibs, he could be on his way out. I couldn't care less if he left tonight." SNY's Ian Begley reports that Knicks Vice President William Wesley has been heaping blame on Coach Thibodeau behind the scenes and has informed team owner James Dolan, "I'm done with Julius Randle," Smith continued. "I mean, we've got inmates in state prisons who are more visible than this man," says Leon Rose. "He's the basketball operations president. We haven't been able to locate this individual. They're garbage. Horrible. So where do the Knicks go from here?" A big question on everyone's mind: where do the New York Knicks go from here? The week off has come at a perfect moment for the Knicks, as they must conduct some soul-searching if they are to salvage this season. As things stand now, it might be worth giving the younger players, such as Obi Toppin and Quentin Grimes, more playing time. Grimes has been getting more playing time and even starting, indicating that things are looking up for him. Miles McBride is someone else that fans have been waiting to see. The rookie has been tearing up the G League, but he hasn't had the same opportunity to prove what he can do against NBA opponents. The Knicks will eventually want to see what they've got, and the only way to do that is to play him. Although there are still a lot of seasons left, the team's resources would be better spent cultivating future talent rather than playing Taj Gibson for 30 minutes every game. Jericho Sims, another talented center for the Knicks, might be a future building component. And there you have it, everything you need to know about the New York Knicks and how they are currently facing some big issues within this NBA season. What do you think about their performance so far? Are they going to be able to make a comeback and prove to everyone that they have what it takes? Or are they going to fall to the bottom of the barrel this season? It's obvious that something big needs to change behind the scenes, and hopefully sooner rather than later. Kindly let us know your thoughts down below. But if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss any of our new and upcoming content. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.